Hey all, welcome to ShareTrekc. This is Raj here, friends. Today I'm going to do something different. We have VIX at an all-time low. Of course, it has gone below this in the past, but this is as low as it has been in quite a while. What does that mean? And is there any other data point in the market that we can pick up and see where we are headed, how much juice is left in the market before it starts going down again? So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. So I'm going to introduce some new components and new way of looking at things. I'm trying it out for the first time. It may or may not pan out. I would like your feedback in the comments. Maybe you must have done this before. And also I would like to have your thoughts. What will happen if VIX is so low? Does that mean the market is going to go down? Or does that mean that we are going to have a bull run right away? So I would like to have your feedback. I'm trying to analyze that. That's what today's video is about. Of course, we're going to touch upon and follow up on the cup and handle patterns that we had seen before. And we're also going to look at the FANG index, which is FNGU, to see how much juice is left in the FANG stocks, which have been pushing the market up. So let's get started. Well, here we are in the TradingView platform and we are looking at, okay, this is the QQQ index. And if you look at the QQQ index, I have put it on a weekly chart. So this is something new. We haven't done a weekly before. When I look at it from a weekly point of view, I can come up with a cup and handle pattern. And if this cup and handle pattern was to come true and work out, then I think we are looking at a target of somewhere close to 492. Seems incredible, but we have a band of resistance out here. I'm going to mark this as red so that you know that it's resistance. So we have to first break through this resistance. Momentum is pretty strong and there is plenty of room on the RSI. MACD has just turned bullish. So this is saying, yeah, there is a little more upswing available. As much as required before the RSI gets overheated. So QQQ is saying that, and it's displaying a bullish pattern. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but this is what I see here. If you look at VIX, VIX is at almost an all-time low, and you can see that I have drawn a line of support out here. If we were to drag back, so this is the support in the near past. So we are looking at May 2018 out here. So if we go back all the way to 2018, this is where this is the lowest that we had gone. And of course, there are some exceptions in even before that. I mean, who wants to go beyond 2018? So if you look at all of this, then reasonably you can say that at the most, the VIX may probably come up to here and then bounce back. So if the VIX continues coming down, it doesn't mean that the market is going to go up. It just means that people have got realistic expectations. So we can expect the market to move up in a gradual manner. However, if you look at the MACD, which is also just about ready to go bearish. And if you look at the momentum, it's below average and falling down further, indicating that this VIX is going to fall down further and maybe turn around somewhere when it hits 11.42. Or slightly before that, like it did in this case, somewhere around 15th of July. It jumped up without touching this, but came pretty close. So that's something that could happen. That again indicates that there is still room in the market for the market to go up. Now, if I was to look at S&P 500, I have a cup and handle pattern out there on S&P 500, and I have a target of around 532.02 out there. So this is what I'm thinking. This is not financial advice. I'm just saying what I'm thinking, and I want your feedback on this. And we have enough momentum left here, and MACD is also just about crossed over into the bullish side. This is all on weekly time frame. So it's looking good here. S&P is also saying that it's going to go up. If we look at after that, I want to look at SSFI. So SSFI is S&P 500 stocks above 50-day average, 1 week. This is a 1 week chart. Each candle is for 1 week. And if we look at this chart and try to draw a trend line, okay? So I'm going to take a straight horizontal line and plot it out here and adjust it so that it has got maximum touch points. So this is where I would place it. And on the bottom, I would place it somewhere out here and adjust it. So it has got a couple of good touch points out here. So this is the range in which it moves. So we have many companies in S&P 500 which are above their 50-day average. So the market is frothy, and there are still a few more companies that could go above 50-day average, the laggards, but the chamber is loaded. So when is it going to come down? In the past, it has come down even at 77.66. Right now, it's at 73.55. So when is it going to turn around? Nobody knows. But the chances of it going up further is less than the chances of it coming down. So the chances of it coming down is much higher. So the risk is more for the price dropping than for going up, but still there is room to go up. That's where the speculation factor comes in. What do we think is going to happen? Not every time has it gone and touched the resistance of 94.20. Will that happen this time? I don't know. So then afterwards, let's go on to look at, I want to show you a few more before we go to genomics. I want to show you the chart for FNGU, which is the FANG index. So I'm just going to go to another chart and come back here so that the chart is reset. So here we are. Now, what we have in case of Apple is we had a cup and handle pattern which met the targets, and then it kept going up, and then it started consolidating. This is a bull flag in technical terms, and this was the support line from the past, and we have now gone above that, and we are getting into a new wedge out here. So we are broken out from a bull flag. When you have a flag on a bullish trend, it's called a bull flag, and always the breakout is on the upside. But if it was a flag on the downward trend, then it's called as a bear flag, and the breakout will be on the downside. So this has gone textbook wise, it has gone upwards, but are we going to be able to break this resistance at 212.0? We still have $8 move upwards. So remember, FNGU contains Apple, Netflix, Google, Microsoft, all those things. So $8 on FNGU, which is XXX, which would probably mean somewhere around a third of that is the movement that is possible. So there is still a little bit of juice left in the market. The question is, will the market give us that juice or not? And if we were to look at the momentum here, it's looking pretty healthy. And MACD has also turned bullish. So all of this is saying, yeah, market is looking good right now. But the question again is, are we really going to go and hit that 50-day average chart resistance? Are we going to bounce up on the VIX before touching the support level at 11.25 or whatever I had checked out there? So that is a big question out here. So in overall analysis, I think all this tells me is that the risk of a downside is much higher than the possibility of an upside. In other words, if someone wants to invest at this point of time in any given share, the chances are that the chances of the share price going down from the purchase price is way higher than the chances of the purchase the market price going above the purchase price. So that's what I'm trying to say. So increasingly, most market participants will start seeing this, and they will be giving less and less premium for the stocks that they want to buy. And there will come a time when some of them will start taking profits by selling, and that's when the market will start coming down. So let us see if we can find any of those hints in any of the shares. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look at Apple, which is a constituent out here. And if you see, these are all weekly candles. The candle for this week, which is a very short week, is very small because tomorrow I think we have a day off for Thanksgiving, and then the Friday is going to be a short trading day. So given that, if you look at the volumes are also low for this week. There should have been a big rush to do some trades, but that has not happened. So probably Apple is losing juice, but if we look at the likes of Microsoft is still going strong. It's done more than the previous week. If you look at Google is also still going strong this week as compared to the previous week. And if you look at Netflix is also doing pretty strong, as good as the previous week, given that half a day's trading is still left out here. So all is looking good out here overall, except that when we go into FNGU, where it has got all the FANG stocks, it says that the market strength is petering out here. And also we have the resistance out here, which is going to try to stop us at 212.90. So I'm thinking that I'll start being careful. Let us go into Genomics right now. And in Genomics, I'm just going to sort this out so that we have the winners on the top. So Caribou is doing absolutely perfect, and it has broken through the resistance. We were looking at this last week. It has broken through this resistance and converted that into a support. And its next resistance is going to be at 6.27, plenty of room, good momentum. MACD is also turned bullish. So I'm looking at Caribou moving up further. Intelia is also doing well overall. Let us go to the main suspects that we had. Beam Therapeutics, it managed to come up and it's been stopped by the resistance at 29.41, perfectly stopped there. The day ended just below 29.41. It's at 29.47 in the vicinity. So I think this is looking good. It can move up further. We'll break through this on the next trading day. And then we are looking at CRISPR Therapeutics. CRISPR is again stopped by this resistance at 70.68. It's a very narrow trading. And we are very close to RSI being overbought. MACD is bullish. We have a wee bit of room. So there could be a little bit of movement, maybe just enough to convert 70.68 into a support, or else if it starts coming down, I am very happy to close out my covered call and keep the powder dry, because that will be a golden opportunity to get out of the covered call, because CRISPR seems to be much stronger than I anticipated. Then we are looking at Editas, which has done excellent. It's gone up further. There is still more room for Editas to go up. Now I've created a new index called CRISPR Blue ARKG. And this is an index of each one of them, equally 1 unit of each. And there I can see that this week the momentum or the strength has petered out. Last week was very, very strong, but this week has petered out, given that we just have a short Friday left to take care of us. So I think we'll have to be watching this a bit nervously, because the chances of things coming down are quite high, because many people would try to take profit, especially given that the week is short and they don't want to leave any risk on the table. So that's a possibility out there. And Bluebird itself, if you look at it, it's doing perfectly good. It's done as well as last week, but it's entering a pocket of resistance out here. We'll see what happens on Monday with that. Momentum looks good. And MACD is also bullish. So that's looking great. And now let's look at ARKG. In ARKG, we had, let me go to a daily chart out here, because there we can see that our target for cup and handle was momentarily met very briefly, and then the stock came down. And right now it's under a resistance of 28.02, and it is closed at 27.60. We still have plenty of momentum. It's above average, and MACD is also bullish, though it's moving towards the signal line. So I think it would, ARKG should probably challenge the resistance of 28.02 and try to overtake that on Friday, if the market still has a risk appetite. So that's what I would like to say. And before I go, I just want to show you how PACB is behaving. So if you look at PACB, you'll see that it's respecting this bear channel. So it is still in a bear channel. It has to make a decision. I don't know when it's going to make a decision, but it has to make a decision before 29th December 2023. Either it's going down below this support or going above this diagonal line of support. We'll see what happens very soon. In terms of CRISPR, I want to point out one more thing. This is a bullish candle pattern from the Japanese method. So it's basically a bullish harami, and it has been held back at exactly 70.68, which was our resistance. So it's likely to go up, but the main stumbling block for it is the RSI, which is overbought. But in the past also, we have had brief spurts of overbought RSI. So if that happens again on Friday, so then we could probably see us convert this into a support at 70.68. But as I mentioned, there could be people taking profits on Friday to cut their risk. So anything can happen on Friday, but that's what I'm seeing here. This is Editas. For those who have got Editas, I'm just saying quickly that this is a bullish pattern out here. Red candle followed by green candle. Yesterday it was bearish. Now it has reversed. It has become bullish. And there is a little bit of room on the RSI to get overbought. MACD is also bullish, so there is a good prospect for Editas. And then I think we just need to take a quick look at Beam. Beam has also got a bullish pattern out here. This red candle overshadowing the subsequent green candle. This is a bullish harami out here, and there's plenty of room on the RSI. So if anything, Beam can definitely break through and convert 29.41 into a support on Friday. Well, friends, it's always difficult to predict the market because just technicals alone does not cut it. You have to look at fundamentals, you have to look at market sentiment and various factors. But I'm just looking at the technicals, and it seems to me that what the VIX is saying is that there is probably a little bit more room for the market to be calm and prices to go up. And when I look at the S&P 500 stocks, which are above 50-day average, that shows that there is still a little more room to go up. So both of them are indicating that a move up is possible. When I look at the FANG index, it shows that the strength is petering out. But when I look at Apple alone, Apple shows that it is getting weaker. And the other constituents that I saw, Microsoft, Google, they were all looking strong. So overall, I think that we are back to square one. What's going to happen on Monday? I don't know. Friday is a big mystery because we have a short weekend, and if on Friday people decide to take a risk off the table, and the fact that a lot of genomic companies have increased a lot in a very short period of time, especially CRISPR, there might be a bit of selling to book profits, and that could potentially bring the stock prices down. But it may not be the same for all counters. Selective counters will do well. Select counters may suffer. So that's what I would like to leave you with. Of course, friends, these are my personal opinions, and I'm sharing it with you so that you can tell me what you think about my analysis, and also give me some of the methods that have worked for you. Put it in the comment. It will help the community. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.